everybody, come in here and check out this right here. This is a West Indies red habanero right here. I love these. These are so pretty. Can't wait till they fully ripen. They look like these two right here. But the whole purpose of this video is to talk about these kind of peppers here. Tabasco, cayenne peppers, some of these Thai chilies right here, which you can see growing. So my question is this: how many of you all grow these for maybe one purpose? Like I grew these for canning this year, and unfortunately the canning game has gotten away from me. So I was thinking, what can I do with these? You all in the same boat? If so, sit back, relax. Let's go down this journey of creating your own pepper powder for your own use. I'm going to show you one way I use pepper powder that you might not be expecting. Okay, so first things first, have y'all ever made your own pepper powder? Now, why would you make that? Well, you can make it for any number of reasons, depending on the pepper. Maybe you like a sweet pepper blend to add to barbecue or something like that. Or maybe you like really hot, spicy blends of peppers that you can add to different things to, again, add a different level of taste profile, heat profile to that dish. I really like using peppers when I'm canning, like green beans and stuff. See the Tabasco peppers in here? It just gives them a little bit of a different flavor. Doesn't make them super hot or anything, but it definitely makes them taste different. Now, like I said in the intro, I've missed out on a lot of my opportunities of harvesting peppers and then canning them just, light. So we're going to do something different today. I've only done this 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to warn you at a certain point to make sure you're being very, very careful because you're dealing with pepper powder. But we're going to make our own pepper powder out of Tabascos, Thai chilies, red Thai chilies, and cayenne peppers that I've had drying out over the last month or 2. So what I like to do is utilize things that you would normally not use for certain things. What am I talking about? You're speaking in riddle. Okay, so like a heat mat. Why only use it for your seed trays, for your seed starts? You can actually sit the peppers on your heat mat. It takes longer than, say, a dehydrator, but if you've already got a heat mat, and you're not in a rush, this is an easy way to dry things out and not have to go get a dehydrator. So forgive the mess on this thing. It's, of course, a heat mat, so it's going to be a little dirty. These Tabascos have been sitting on here drying out for over a month. Red Thai chilies right there. These cayennes. I'm also drying out beans. We got some pepper starch going. These are Tabascos that I harvested literally yesterday that are starting their journey. So again, why just use something for one specific purpose if you can use it for multiple purposes and save your money as opposed to buying a dehydrator? Again, if you're not in a hurry, this is a good way to not have to get a dehydrator. And you're doing what you need to do in drying certain things out, prepping them. Like the peppers, I'm prepping for this. Those beans, I'm drying out so I can then store them, give them away, or go plant it. I like to utilize things and make the most out of them and be a little unconventional. Again, I wasn't in a hurry.
All right, so I have collected all of the peppers. Now, here's something I'm going to do a little different. Now, I said in the intro that I'm going to use this pepper for something that you might not be expecting. If you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you probably have an idea of what I'm about to say, but I like to use hot pepper. Not crazy hot. We're not talking reapers and ghost peppers and stuff. But these peppers, these are all in the range of 30 to 100,000 Scovilles. So if you think of a jalapeno, jalapenos are usually between 2 and 8,000 Scoville. So if you know what that spice is, then you know 100,000 is a lot hotter. But it's not like a reaper. It's not even like a habanero. And habaneros are around 250,000 Scovilles. Reapers are 1 million plus. So I'm not talking about that kind of death pepper powder. I'm talking about these peppers here. Now, what am I going to use this for? I'm going to use it for my bird seed. Now, before you freak out, maybe you don't know this, but birds cannot taste or feel the effects of the capsaicin, which is the oil in peppers that make them hot. They do not have that sensor in them. So if you add this pepper powder to your bird seed, you're not hurting the birds, but you are going to help keep out squirrels or rodents or anything else that is a mammal that can taste the pepper. Now again, we're not doing reapers. That's why I'm saying this is a low down, this is a pepper powder that's going to be down the Scoville chart, down toward the bottom, but it's going to be enough to where squirrels are going to be like, yeah, I'm not going back there anymore. We're going to go next door and destroy their bird feed, which, hey, your neighbors need to get on board. But that is what I'm going to use this pepper powder for. I've been doing this for a long time. Now I know I'm going to get people that are going to say, this doesn't work. My squirrels laugh at it. I don't know where you live. I don't know if y'all live in an area that's just full of peppers and the squirrels are immune. But out here, I've literally seen the squirrels go up, start to dig into the bird feeder that I have at the base of my big tree and take off. Literally take off. So if you got some crazy capsaicin immune squirrels, then I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. All right, serious note. If you're going to use this powder for a culinary reason, I would cut off all these tips. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just blend them up and call it a day. I don't want to go through all the hassle of that when I'm just going to be putting this in the bird seed. I'm not actually using it on anything. So I'm not going to go through and cut up all these stems. But again, if you were going to use it in a culinary way, I would advise you getting rid of all the stems. Or you can blend them up and then sift them out afterwards. Whatever you want to do, this is what I'm doing, and that's why I'm going to do it this way. And it's to save time. All right, so let's go ahead. I went ahead and got my blender out, my little KitchenAid handy mixer blender thing here. We are just going to go ahead and put them all in. All right, I am putting up the warning sign right here. This is where you need to be really, really careful about what you're doing. Normally, I would take this outside, do this all outside. So the pepper, once it's ground up, it's really fine pepper. You don't want to get that all up in your face. It'd be a bad day for you. If you're like me, it'd be a really bad day for you. Outside, you also have to worry about wind, if it blows in your face. So for this purpose, for this video, plus it's 100 degrees outside. I don't want to be outside right now. And it's a little windy. So we're just going to do this in here in the kitchen. I'm going to be very, very careful. I'm going to stay away from the pepper as it's blending, and especially once I take the lid off. So be very, very careful with this step right here. And then once we're done with this, I'm going to show you how to clean your blades prior to washing, just to make sure you get all this pepper off your blades. It's a really good trick. I've been using it for a long time and it works great. So let's get to blending. All right, and before I open this, again, warning, 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 warning. I'm definitely warning everyone. This is the step that can really get that powder in your face. So you can't see me right now, but I am as far back from this as I can get right now. Okay, so look down in there. A lot of stems, right? Yeah, that smell is insanely strong, and I'm not even near it. Obviously, you would strain all this out, get all those stems and everything out. But for what I'm going to use this for, again, this is perfect. It doesn't need to be all the way down to a fine powder, and this is going to work absolutely great for those squirrels. Okay, and just like that, look, we got our own little pepper blend, anti-squirrel, birdseed pepper blend, and we're good to go. And we've utilized pepper that I normally probably wouldn't have kept, honestly, until I started doing this. Okay, so a trick that I learned a long time ago to get the pepper, one, off of the blades, better than, say, washing, and two, you're helping just take care of this entire container, is you use rice, just rice. So we're going to pour in dry rice. We're going to blend this down to a fine powder. And what that does is the rice just slowly pulls, maybe not slowly, pulls all the pepper off the blades. And then when you wash them, there's nothing on those blades. That has been my experience. This is what I've always done. If you do something different, please drop it in the comments. I would love to know what you all do. Share it with everyone, but this is what I have always done. And I'm always going to do this because I know it works. Might seem weird, but it does work. I know I said a minute ago to grind this down to a fine powder. There is fine powder down in here, but for my purpose, this is perfect. It does not dull the blades. Now I know someone might say, oh, you're gonna dull your blades. These blades are still crazy sharp. And again, I've been doing this for a very long time. Now at this point is when I'd wash them in the dishwasher. Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all have one of these. I absolutely love this thing. My dining room is right on the other side of that window, and I can sit in there in my chair and watch the birds right here doing their thing, which I love to see. So since you all are here, let's go ahead and fill this up with you. I always spill a little bit. We're gonna add some of this cayenne hot pepper rice on here. And then some of our nice little anti-squirrel pepper. Again, doesn't got to be a lot. Does not have to be a lot, y'all. And I went ahead and put some of that pepper in the bird seed also, which is great because now I don't have to worry about it. Now, you're probably wondering, why would you put it up here on this bird feeder when it's up here on your window? Because I literally walked in and saw a squirrel sitting in that bird feeder, looking in the window, staring at me, eating the bird seed. It was at that moment, this was late last year actually. It was at that moment I went out to Walmart and got a bird seed that has habanero pepper in it. So that's a lot hotter than what I just made. And never had a squirrel problem around here again. But I keep doing this also to make sure squirrels don't come back. So if you have that issue, seriously, consider making your own pepper powder blend, however you want to make it. Save your money. Don't go buy it when you can just make it. You know what I mean? Because that bag that was the habanero birdseed was a few dollars more than regular birdseed. But if you're already growing your stuff, your peppers, just dry them out, save them, blend them up, use them this way. Totally up to you. All right, everyone, so that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, do me the 3 favors. Share, like, subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. If you have another way or another use of using a pepper blend that's chunky like this, drop it down in the comments. I would love to hear what you all use your pepper blends for. Or hey, drop it in the comments if you think I'm crazy about the whole squirrel thing. I'm telling y'all right now, hand on the Bible, I literally have seen squirrels take off from doing this and not come back. So there you go. Everyone take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Continue to shine bright, harvest hard, and I will talk to y'all again real soon.